Hello, hello, hello. I'm Chris Angel. On behalf of Dan Heisman, Eternal Patzer, and all of the administrators of the Dan Heisman Learning Center, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to our group. Now, we are a very active group. We have a lot of members, and there are a lot of things that you can do. So the purpose of this is to show you around a little bit and tell you a little bit about our group. Now, a good place to start is in the forums. You can see we actually have a lot of pinned topics, and I'll tell you a little bit about them. We have Dan's tip of the day, and we also have my last lesson with Dan. Both of those forums are very good for picking up some pearls of wisdom from Dan. Dan is very active in the group and he participates a lot. Some of the members who have been fortunate enough to undergo lessons with Dan, some of them write about their experiences. And if you do have a lesson with Dan, he's very animated. He teaches on your level and he makes the lesson a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed the lessons that I have had. And some of the lessons have been written up, and from the way that some of the members have written about their lessons, you can tell by the enthusiasm in the writing how much fun that they were and how much learning that occurred. So really, that's actually one of my favorite forums, and it really and truly is for the members, by the members, and Dan is a part of it. So it's actually one of my favorite forums to read here. We also have I Want to Be a Slow Chess Friend. Now, if there's a particular style that you'd like to play, suppose you like to play 45-45 games or 90-30 games, or perhaps you'd like to practice a particular opening, or you'd like to see if there's a stronger player who might be willing to work with you, you can post in I Want to Be a Slow Chess Friend. We also have a frequently asked questions form, so feel free to take a peek in that. We have another forum called the Game Analysis Department. Suppose you had a game and you were doing well and all of a sudden you bombed and you didn't know what went wrong. You can always take your game and post it in the Game Analysis Department, and a lot of stronger players keep an eye on that forum, and many times they will come along and they will discuss your game with you. They will go over it and have some of their thoughts, and so it's another really good tool that we can use to learn. We have a suggestion box. Now, many of the things that we have in the DHLC have come about as a result of the suggestion box. For instance, the I Want to Be a Slow Chess Friend and the My Last Lesson with Dan. Both of those were created as a result of people who have actually put suggestions in the suggestion box. Another thing that came about as a result of the suggestion box is something called the DHLC Chat Room Chess Club. And I'll tell you about that in just a moment, but I'd like to show you one more thing while we are here. We also have a newsletter. I'm not sure about this, but I believe we are the only active group on chess.com that puts out a monthly newsletter. And I'll just show you one real quick. You can come into the news, and most likely you will see a newsletter at some point in this area with the news. And we do put this out monthly. We talk about a little bit of what's going on in the DHLC. We talk about some of the tournaments that we might have going on. We highlight some blogs that people have written, and it's highly recommended reading, another way that we can learn from each other. We have a section for Dan where Dan gives us a game every month, and we have a puzzles of the month, and that is another very, very popular portion of our newsletter. And so we have the newsletter as well as part of the DHLC. And so, as I said, we have something else called the Dan Heisman Learning Center, DHLC, Chat Room Chess Club. One of the members suggested that it might be fun for some of us to get together and go into the chat room, use the chat room feature. And we can discuss games, arrange games, watch live games together. And we actually do this on Monday evenings at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So if you are around at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on a Monday, we do invite you to join us. Now, we do have this particular feature of the DHLC in a sister group, and we have separated these groups. Um, there's actually a longer story behind it, but it turns out that we enjoy having separate sister groups for this sort of thing, because our players can get together who are interested in one particular feature or another. So this is the Chat Room Chess Club, and so we invite you to join this group and join us on Monday evenings. And what you would do is on Monday evening, you come over to the chat room and you click on it, and you can get here and you might see some other members listed here. And this is where we discuss games or anything really, and many times we make arrangements to have games. Oh, hello, there is one of our members who enjoys coming to the Chat Room Chess Club. I'll pop in a hello. And many times we have a lot of stronger players who come to this on Monday evening, so it's a great way to get some learning. All right. So Daxter has said hello back to me. So that is another feature that we have as part of the DHLC. Okay, so one of the last things we have in the DHLC, I'm kind of saving the best for last. We have many in-house tournaments that we host, and we have many different types of tournaments, and you don't have to be the top player. You can be a lower rated player and participate in these as well. We have Swiss style tournaments, which is a good opportunity to play a lot of our members. We have 1-2 pairing tournaments where you can get paired with people who are closer to your own rating. We have team events. We have we come up with things all the time. So those are some of the things that we can do. Because of the enormous amount of organization that goes into putting these tournaments together, one of our members here has actually created a website for that purpose solely. And it is really an amazing website. I'll probably do another video just on the website itself. But that website is slowchessleague.org. And we absolutely invite you to join the slowchessleague.org. It is free. And this is where the tournaments will be arranged and where we can get together with other players, and you can see that that's actually a lot of fun. It doesn't matter if you are in one section of the world and somebody is in another section of the world. Many times you can make arrangements to play games with people who are in different countries, and now that's actually one of the features that I enjoy the most, because I love being able to meet people from different cultures and all over the world. It is, I think, one of the best features that we have. And so that is a little bit about the DHLC. As I said, there is a lot, and we would love to see you around. We hope to see you participating in some of our events, or you can stay behind the scenes and just take in some of the learning. At any rate, on behalf of Dan Heisman, Eternal Patzer, and all of the administrators at the DHLC, I extend you a warm welcome. We're glad you're here.